What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, two-division world champion, now newly Hall of Fame superstar boxer, retired, now boxing colorful analyst and pundit, Timothy Desert Storm Bradley. He gives his thoughts on this highly anticipated July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena showdown between undefeated, unified, three-belt WBA, WBC, IBF, welterweight world champion superstar boxer, who is widely considered by many to be top two, if not number one, definitely top five, pound for pound, best fighters in the world, in Earl the Truth Spence Jr., and undefeated three-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the reigning WBO, World Boxing Organization welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is widely considered by many to be the number one best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, in Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Crawford has a record of 39 wins, no losses, no draw, 30 big wins by way of knockout. He is 35 years of age, 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. Errol Spence is 33 years of age, 5'9" with a 72-inch arm reach. This is the biggest fight in 40 years. This is the biggest 50-50 fight in 40 years. This is the most anticipated fight as far as competitive nature inside the squared circle. The unknown is in years. Since 1981, September 16th, Thomas Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard. So with that said, everybody's giving their thoughts. Everybody's giving their, their breakdowns and their predictions of this fight. It's highly anticipated. So Timothy Bradley, he's a colorful analyst for top-ranked ESPN boxing. He did an interview with Max Kellerman, and in this interview he did with Max Kellerman, a segment he did with Max Kellerman, not so much of an interview, and he said something extremely interesting. He stated that Terrence Crawford historically is a slow start in his career. We all know this. He started slowest, even in his biggest fights. He starts off slow. That's just who he is, how he is. He computes and calculates the information. And when he's doing that, his opponents are having tons of success and winning rounds and hitting them with big punches. He always figures it out. He always makes an adjustment, and he gets a knockout. Errol Spence recently was asked about this when he was on the show with Wallow and Gilly, $1 million worth of game, and he stated, Wallow said, my concern is Terrence Crawford. I'm picking Terrence Crawford, and I'm putting, I think he said 10,000 or something like that on Terrence Crawford to win this fight. He said, but my concern is that Terrence Crawford historically starts slow, and you can't start off slow with Errol Spence, because Errol Spence is a dog. He big steps. He's very aggressive. He's coming out the gate extremely quick, right? And with that said, he said, Errol Spence said, Errol Spence responded, and Errol Spence said, yeah, you're right. He likes to compute and calculate information. He said, but as he's computing and calculating this information, he gonna mess around, and I'm gonna give him a virus, alarm wire, and I'm gonna give him a virus. That's your food, right? So he said that, he gonna mess around and get a virus, messing with me, waiting so long, right? And when you look back at Terrence Crawford's fights, the fight he had with Yuriorkis Gamboa, he started off slow. He even admitted that he started off slow. It took him time, and then he figured Gamboa out, and he knocked out Gamboa. said he needed time to get acclimated to Gamboa's hand speed, foot speed, angles, and power. When you watch him when he fought Kell Brook was getting the better of him with his jab, right? Jabbing him, timing. Terrence Crawford made an adjustment. Now, when you look at the fights itself, he gets the knockouts. Even with the Kell Brook fight, you think he knocked him out in the 4th round. But it doesn't tell the whole story, right? Because those first 3 rounds, Kell Brook's jab was giving him tons of problems. Now, he made the adjustment. He switched to southpaw and it was over. He struggled with Jose Benavidez Jr. first half of the fight. So it's historically, Sean Porter, right? He starts off slow. They're not the level of fighter Errol Spence is. That's why it's concerning. Because Errol Spence has an extremely high work rate. He's fundamentally sound. He's a natural southpaw and he's big. And he has a high ring IQ and he can box and he's aggressive with an extremely high work rate. And so that's where the concern comes in. Because can you catch up? So Timothy Bradley says that Terrence Crawford is going to need a knockout. The judges ain't going to give it to him. It's going to be extremely hard for Terrence Crawford to get a decision over Errol Spence. The judges ain't going to give it to him. And I saw a lot of people say, well, Timothy Bradley is saying that the judges is going to rob Terrence Crawford in Vegas. Because the way he put it, he said in Vegas, he ain't going to get the decision. And so people was like, oh, he's saying they're going to rob Terrence Crawford. That's not what Timothy Bradley was saying. I understand what he was saying. What he's saying is this, is that Terrence Crawford is going to be behind on the cards. No matter what he does in the second half of the fight, unless he gets a knockdown or a knockout, it's going to be hard for him to catch up. And they're not going to give it to him. And then he did say, because, you know, Errol Spence is a superstar, so on and so forth. Errol Spence is a superstar. He's a bigger star than Terrence Crawford. So he says, it's going to be extremely hard, and the judges are not going to give Terrence Crawford a decision. The thing is, he rightfully wouldn't be granted the decision, the win, unless he gets a knockdown or knockout. If he starts off slow, Timothy Bradley said he's going to be down 5 rounds to 1. If Errol Spence is up 5 rounds to 1 on Terrence Crawford, he won the fight. Again, unless there's a few knockdowns, a knockout, and like Timothy Bradley said, he possibly could get hurt in that first 5 to 6 rounds. Terrence Crawford could get hurt, he could be down on the cards. He could come back, make the adjustment, but he won't get the decision. Right, he's not supposed to get the decision in that point. Because that means all Errol Spence has to do is win 1 round. As a matter of fact, if he hurts Terrence Crawford and winning 5 rounds to 1, essentially all he has to do is win 1 round, a swing round, and it's going to be a draw. So rightfully so, Terrence Crawford would need a knockout at that point. Because Errol Spence is the unified champion, they both deserve that respect. So if Errol Spence is winning 5 rounds to 1 and hurt Terrence Crawford in the first 6 rounds, and all he needs at that point in time is a swing round or to win another round, and at the very least it's a draw. So it's just simple mathematics. There's only 12 rounds in a fight. Like I told people with Devin Haney and Lomachenko, there's only 12 rounds in a fight. That's it. So if Errol Spence wins 5 of the first 6 and hurts Terrence Crawford in doing so, let's say he hurts him bad, don't drop him, that might be a 10-8 round. So it won't be a robbery. I highly doubt there will be a robbery in this fight. I think the fight itself is going to live up to the action, and I severely doubt that there will be a robbery in this fight. I severely doubt that. So, when Timothy Bradley, I agree with Timothy Bradley, but not because I feel like the judge is going to rob Terrence Crawford, but because if it plays out what Timothy Bradley expressed, it could, how it could, the example he gave, well, then he's supposed to lose on the judges' scorecards. Period. So let's see how it unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, and get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.